Our next speaker is Marshall McKay. He's the chair of the Rumsey Band of Wintun Indians and a member of our UC Davis Foundation Board. He's strongly interested in the renaissance of Native American culture and in building community. We are grateful for this tribe's abiding support of UC Davis, including a significant gift for this very center for the performing arts when we most needed it, and 2 endowed chairs, one in Native American studies and another in pediatric endocrinology. That faith and that generosity have surely enabled UC Davis to do more that truly matters. Chair McKay.
That means, how are you? What an honor it is for me to be here today to celebrate 100 years of this university's existence, and to congratulate the UC Davis community on your continuing efforts to move this institution along in the pursuit of excellence. I speak personally and for our Yochadihi Nation in expressing the appreciation for the abounding support you have given us over the years in so many of our endeavors. Your generosity and willingness to help our growth towards better health, education, cultural renewal, and the appreciation of the arts and sciences. When I reflect on the last century of tribal people, doing what matters is no less profound than turning the tide from near extinction to survival and even prosperity. The prospectors who flocked to California in the mid-19th century in the pursuit of gold, confiscated lands, enslaved and massacred native peoples who've lived here for thousands of years. There was a 40-year period at one point where 100,000 Indians were killed. In 1907, our Wintun grandfathers were forced off ancestral lands and put on federally created reservations. As I stand here before you today, 100 years later, I can tell you that we are at an exciting time and a place, a time of realizing the beauty and the spirit of Native Californians, realizing the intellect and the creativity and tenacity of our people, realizing our tribal community innovations and adaptions, and realizing self-determination. California tribes are here, not just as surviving people, but we are here fully participating in our lives, in our cultures, and in our traditional life ways. We have entered this new millennium with newfound vigor and resolve. Our populations are growing. We are a younger population also. Today, about 1/3 of our people are under the age of 18. We are increasingly developing new endeavors to strengthen our tribal communities in the areas of culture and language, in the arts, in economic development and the environment, in politics and education. Tribes are striving for economic self-sufficiency. During the last decade, we have experienced increases in real per capita income, growth in household income, decreases in unemployment and family poverty, and the rise in percentage of college graduates. But all is not well in Indian country. We still have a lot of work to do. The policies of self-determination are under constant pressure. There are discouraging disparities in numbers of socio-economic indicators across Indian country. The death rate from preventable diabetes is 4 times greater in our community than in the U.S. population. The Indian teen rate for illicit drug use is twice that of national indicators. Personal income is less than half the U.S. levels, and Indian family poverty is 3 times the national rate. But we are addressing those issues. For example, when the Yochudihi Nation founded the Rumsey Endowed Chair for Pediatric Endocrinology here at UC Davis, we saw it as an important step towards preventing diabetes in the group that holds our future, our youth. Many of our tribal communities are in the process of nation building and rebuilding. We are asserting our tribal sovereignty by strengthening our institutions and governance. We continue investing in our social developments too, like fire departments, schools, and wellness centers. We are seeing across Indian country great growths in these areas. We are in a great place to address our culture and language, to consider bringing back our ancestors in the form of repatriation in our own terms, to talk about art and creative expressions, to restore health and balance and harmony. We are grateful to have a neighbor like UC Davis to partner with us on these restoration projects. The first university in the nation to have a Department of Native American Studies, UC Davis has a commitment to advancing scholarly knowledge while also attending to the needs of Native communities. Knowing this, we funded the Rumsey Rancheria Endowed Chair for the California Indian Studies in order to benefit Native people. Today, the funds from that chair are being used to help revitalize native languages. Today, I believe we are in a hopeful place, and we take seriously the responsibility for ensuring that our progress continues by doing what matters for the next 7 generations to come. I join with the leadership of my Yochudihi people and with our friends and supporters at UC Davis in pledging our commitment to this continued growth. And I thank you for inviting me here to share this important day with you. And I'd like to leave you with this final thought. I like to think of California Native tribes as a beautiful tapestry created by a beautiful artist, a native artist. Each thread and material that goes into creating this tapestry is unique and beautiful. Each thread it varies in size, length, width, texture, color, and is unique in its own way. Each thread must be in place in order to see the entire picture. A half-finished tapestry does not present the clearest or most beautiful picture. If one simple thread is taken out of that tapestry or becomes loose, the entire picture begins to disintegrate, and the overall product begins to unravel and lose its form. The tribes in California are no different. Each tribe in California is a thread with a different background, history, membership, and interests. When we work together, we create a beautiful tapestry, an image of the tribes living in California. This is especially true when we assert our sovereignty and create a picture of what the California tribes are. We are not another population demographic that can be controlled by the state. We are each our own sovereign nation that can do and is doing much to contribute to the human race. Thank you.